The movie begins by introducing the protagonist, Ben, a kind and gentle 25-year-old. The narrator reveals that Ben possesses the ability to freeze time, allowing him to do whatever he wants while the world is stopped. Ben uses this power to create nude portraits of women he encounters in places like the supermarket or the movies. However, the film establishes that Ben was once a normal guy with a girlfriend and a promising future. The story flashes back to 5 weeks earlier to show the events that led to his current situation. Ben is shown arguing with his girlfriend Susie, who calls him a loser. After breaking up with her, Susie becomes enraged and throws objects at him, which is the moment everything turns into slow motion for Ben. Soon after the breakup, Susie quickly moves on and begins seeing another guy. Ben sees them together in the college cafeteria, and to cope with the distress, he joins art classes. Ben has always been interested in making portraits, and he is able to create beautiful, ultra-realistic human paintings, surprising his teacher. Despite his success in art, his nights become difficult because he cannot get over the breakup. Every time he closes his eyes, he sees Susie, and this eventually turns him into an insomniac who cannot sleep for even an hour. Overwhelmed by regret, Ben eventually calls Susie and pleads with her to return, apologizing for messing up their relationship. Despite his low appeal, Susie refuses his request and hangs up the call. This rejection sends Ben into a deeper state of despair. In the following days, Ben tries various methods to pass the time, such as reading books, watching movies, and taking solo trips to other cities. When night falls, the insomnia worsens, making it hard for him to focus. He begins taking random tours in the dark as well. One night he goes to a local supermarket and sees a job vacancy for a night shift position. Ben immediately applies, thinking it is the perfect way to earn money and pass the sleepless time. The next day, he interviews with the manager Jenkins and lands the job. Ben is happy for the first time in a long while and feels that his life is about to change. Ben settles into his new job and observes how his co-workers deal with the challenge of passing the time during the night shift. One cashier, Sharon Ponte, attempts to make time move faster by hiding the clock with various objects, believing that looking at it slows time down. Two male colleagues, Barry Brickman and Matt Stevens, are mischievous and often play pranks. They occasionally slip adult toys into the bags of female customers, which perplexes some customers while others decide to keep the item. The store manager, Jenkins, is the only one who does not seem concerned about time. Time passes quickly for him when he begins one of his long, egoistical speeches about his success and wealth. Ben's method for coping with the time is the most unusual. Due to his deep melancholy, he dissociates himself from time and reality. He uses his ability to freeze time, stopping his surroundings so he can do whatever he wants. While most people might use such a power for illegal activity or explicit reasons, Ben focuses on honing his artistic skills. Because he is impressed by the beauty of the female body, he selects random customers, gently disrobes them, and begins drawing their portraits. Ben has no inappropriate feelings toward them. His only goal is to fuel his passion for art. When he is finished, he dresses them again, and by cracking his fingers, he causes time to resume its normal flow. This activity has become Ben's life. He is no longer the severely depressed and crazy person he was, and he is slowly diverting his focus away from Susie. Ben frequently spends time at home with his best friend Sean, who is the opposite of Ben and is focused on pursuing women. Sean is revealed to have visited every stripper club in the city. One night during his shift, Ben encounters the cashier Sharon in the locker room. He appears to have a crush on her, but struggles to express his feelings. As they talk, Sharon shocks him by taking a bite out of his sandwich. A small piece of pickle remains stuck to her cheek, and she awkwardly tries and fails to wipe it off. Ben steps in and wipes the pickle off for her, creating a moment of connection between them. Soon after, Sharon leaves and Ben wishes he could freeze the moment to live in it longer. However, by the time he considers it, Sharon has already left. Back on the job, Matt suddenly appears from one of the stalls and reveals that he is going to the movies with Sharon. This devastates Ben, who wonders about his bad luck. He then recalls his school days and his first experience with love. The girl was the smartest in the class and well-liked by everyone. One day she had an accident and sprained her arm, requiring her to wear a heavy cast. Classmates wrote encouraging things on the cast every day to cheer her up. Ben wanted to write something too, but was too nervous to approach her. His hesitation cost him the opportunity, as the girl removed her cast a few days later. Everyone was happy to see her recovered, but they began making fun of her when they noticed she had grown hair on that arm. The girl started crying, and Ben finally intervened. He took her to a corner and consoled her, promising to be with her no matter what. They soon became good friends and eventually lovers. One day, the girl asked Ben if he wanted to kiss her. Ben immediately agreed, and they decided to meet at their favorite spot on the weekend. Elated about his first kiss, Ben lost sleep for the next few days. When the weekend arrived, he was early and waited the entire day, but the girl never showed up, breaking his heart. The following day at school, Ben learned the girl had relocated to another city with her parents. This was the first time he felt helpless and depressed. Back in the present, Jenkins gathers all his employees and announces that they will be playing a friendly football match against his friends. Ben and the others do not want to participate, but they are given no choice. During the match, the supermarket team loses significantly because none of them know how to play. The opposition team scores goal after goal, making the score 26-0. When Ben has had enough, he freezes time and heads to the locker room to relax. Suddenly, a guy unfreezes himself and runs out, revealing that Ben is not the only person with this ability. After a while, Ben returns and snaps his fingers, causing time to revert to its original flow. In the heat of the moment, Matt aims a kick so poorly that the ball hits Jenkins in the face. Jenkins is rushed to the hospital, and the other teammates go home, leaving only Ben and Sharon behind. In the next scene, Ben and Sharon stop at a nearby diner to get to know each other better. Ben discovers that Sharon is actually single, and Matt was only joking about dating her. They share their respective dreams with one another. Sharon mentions that she always wanted to meet a painter because she believes they can see the true beauty in things. As they talk, it becomes clear that the two have chemistry. After their unofficial date, Ben walks Sharon home. He awkwardly ruins their first kiss by pecking her on the cheek when she had wanted a kiss on the lips. The following day, Jenkins, who is now disfigured from the injury, announces that he will be hosting a party for his birthday. Sharon asks Ben if he would like to come with her as a date, and Ben happily accepts. Later, Jenkins calls the boys to his office and gives them separate tasks for the birthday preparations. Ben is assigned the job of hiring a stripper for the party. Although he has never spoken to a stripper before, he knows the person who can help him. Ben asks his best friend Sean for assistance, promising to take him to the party if they complete the task. The two head to a local club where Sean uses his experience to hire a girl for the party. The next morning, Ben receives a call from an anonymous man who claims to be an art aficionado. The caller claims to have an art gallery in the city and expresses interest in displaying some of Ben's work. Ben is delighted because, for the first time, someone has appreciated his art. Unbeknownst to him, this is a prank call orchestrated by Barry and Matt. An appointment is made for Ben to meet the supposed gallery owner. That night, Ben gets dressed for the party and heads out to pick up Sharon. As soon as she opens the door, he happily tells her that a popular organization wants to display his artwork. Sharon congratulates him wholeheartedly, and they soon leave for the party. When they arrive, the party is already underway. Sean is seen being rejected by a girl, while Matt and Barry are dancing. Jenkins is acting as the DJ. Barry then notices Susie, Ben's ex-girlfriend, among the attendees, revealing that she is Jenkins' brother's girlfriend. Soon after, the hired stripper arrives and livens up the party. Sean forms an instant connection with her. Meanwhile, Ben goes to the bathroom and runs into Susie. She immediately expresses a desire to reconcile and become a couple again. Ben refuses because he has already met the person he loves, but Susie continues to insist. She suddenly kisses him forcefully. Ben immediately pushes her away, but when he turns around, he realizes that Sharon witnessed the entire incident. Ben tries to explain that the situation is not what it looks like, but the cashier leaves without listening to a word. After a while, Ben goes straight to Sharon's apartment and attempts to explain everything, But her anger blinds her. When she begins yelling insults, Ben becomes upset and leaves. Due to the breakup, Ben once again spirals into a world of depression and insomnia. The only thing he looks forward to is the appointment with the supposed art gallery company that called him. The day of the supposed art gallery appointment finally arrives. Ben goes there with some of his best artwork. As expected, the gallery owner denies having made an appointment with him. Ben realizes that Barry and Matt had pranked him. Just as he is about to leave, the owner notices some of the sketches Ben brought, particularly those of Sharon. The owner asks to have a look at the artwork. Unsurprisingly, the owner likes the drawings, and Ben is offered a night to display his work in the gallery. A few days later, Sharon receives an official invitation to Ben's art display. Although she is still angry at him, she decides to visit the gallery. When Sharon arrives, she is taken aback because every artwork on display is about her. It is revealed that Ben had stopped making portraits of other women and had dedicated all his time to drawing Sharon. She was the love of his life, and he could not stare at any other woman but her. Sharon is impressed not only by Ben's success, but also by the many paintings portraying her. Meanwhile, Sharon and Ben finally meet. Ben attempts to explain what happened on the night of the party, but Sharon tells him that he does not have to. She has realized how much he loves her just by looking at his paintings. Having ceased to be angry with him, the two get closer and share a romantic kiss in the middle of the art gallery room. In the final scene, Ben uses his powers and freezes everything. However, this time, Sharon is also able to move in the frozen world. The couple then goes outside into the snow, where millions of snowflakes are suspended in the air. At last, the two kiss once more, concluding the movie on a happy note.